Okay, once you have signed into the code.org classroom, I'm not sure if your screen comes up different than my screen because I'm actually in two different classes. So just to be sure, I want you to make sure you're in the Computer Science Discoveries 2021 and that you are starting in the Computer Science Discoveries Unit 4. You'll notice that it shows that this is currently assigned for you. So I'm not going to read this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and go to the unit for you because you can read it on your own as you're moving through. What I want to do is show you how to navigate. So you would click on, after you read that, go to unit. And what's going to happen is that it is then going to pull up Chapter 1, Lesson 1, and if you continue to go down, you'll see the other lessons and chapters that are inside of this unit. From there, you're going to read about kicking off the unit devoted and what we're going to move into. So I am not going to read this for you. What I'm going to do is I'm going to switch over to the student view because I want you and I to see the same thing when we go in. So if you come here, this class explores, you're going to go to the lesson overview. So you click right here where it looks like a little computer screen after you've read the paragraph above so you'll understand what's going on. And then that is going to bring you to your next screen, which would be Unit 4, Chapter 1, Lesson 1. And inside, you will see that it gives you an overview vocab, so make sure you're paying attention to this vocab because you will need it. And then it's going to give you two different assignments. These assignments will also be inside your Google Classroom, letting you know that these are assignments that need to be submitted for grading. So I'm going to come over here and I'm going to opt to do mine as MS Word because I prefer Word over Google Documents. So I'm going to copy this assignment as an MS Word. We're keeping in mind that yours is in the Google Classroom should you opt to take it directly out of the Google Classroom. So once I clicked on that, what happened is it downloaded it in the bottom left-hand corner. So now I have clicked on it to open up the document. I'm going to need to click Enable Editing. And then it goes into the activity guide, determine the user. And inside of here, you'll see that there are several different teapots. In looking at the different teapots, what you're going to do is you're going to try to take the statement. So let's look at number 1. Number 1 says, someone who wants an individual cup of tea before bed. So you're going to take and you're going to come look at the different teapots and you're going to make a decision based on that description which one of the teapots this person would use. In this case, I would think that they would use F because this is an individual tea cup or teapot maker. So then I would come in here and I would respond with the answer F. Going to the second one, someone who often drops things. Well, obviously, if it's someone who often drops things, they probably should not have a glass teapot. So I would look and say, okay, my assumption or my logic would be that they need one that's not breakable. So I would opt for this person to have C. So what you're doing is you're making a judgment call based upon the description and the teapots that are available. And the reason we're doing this is because eventually you're going to create an app, and what you're trying to do is you're trying to determine for your app who is going to be the end user and what will need to be incorporated in order to meet their needs inside this app. So we're doing it today with the teapots, and I'm going to let you continue this assignment on your own. And keep in mind that it is inside the Google Classroom. waiting for you. I do want to point out, notice that H went over into page 2, so if you happen to open yours up versus using the one I've put in Google Classroom, it may do the same thing, so be mindful of that you are looking at the entire worksheet before you begin answering your questions or entering your responses, so that way you don't cause yourself extra work.